Hello, good afternoon, everybody. This is Yonks and plugging in here with other contributors with Solar EV for our Community Energy Innovation Prize team submission. This is our office hours. It is Monday, October 9th, and join with me are Tyler, our CEO, Nick, CTO, and Peter, who we just met at our kickoff event Friday. He participated via our Zoom, and he's excited to reduce the reach of Excel here through distributed energy resources. We've got a lot of agenda, not a lot of time here, so we're going to actually hop right in here. So I'm actually going to talk a little bit about the governance for SEVCO, Solar EV of Colorado. We are building tokenized, decentralized Web3 communities through a decentralized autonomous organization. Solar EV of Colorado, we're actually planning to do our security token offering in Q1 of 2024 as a public benefit corporation. So there's going to be extra layers of governance. And this is one of the things on one of our previous working groups. We actually minted our community social token. And that's one of the things that we do reward those that help contribute, participate, like those of us that are participating on the Zoom will be getting some tokens. And that's one of the things that we'll be going through here today. And we're also building a multi-layered governance model. So one of the things, this is the tokens that we've got. We also have some NFTs that we'll be representing, so that the tokens will be one aspect of governance within our organizations, and then the NFTs as whether you're on a board of stewards, think of that as like a board of directors, or as a cooperative member in the DAO. And that's one of the things that's still very, very preliminary. But one of the things that we do love doing is exploring this technology. And I see Amy has joined us. Welcome. Good afternoon, Amy. So I'm going to that's all that we're going to talk about here. So we're really, really tight on time because we've got the talk running here for the clock, because we're going to have a breakout conversation with Bit Green in less than 15 minutes. So one of the things that I wanted to do is hand over to the conversation to Nick as far as a possible solution. And one of the things that I've been thinking about, Nick, is that it may make sense for us to do a breakout conversation. One of the things that I remember that I had on my action item that I never did, and for the benefit of everybody that's on the call here today, I'll actually send an email from a decentralized mail3.me, because this is really, I think, the question here is whether we want to build a centralized email solution, whether that's on our server or in Amazon or whatever, or if we want to use a decentralized solution. And the only really viable decentralized solution that I've seen based upon the different offerings that I've evaluated thus far is mail3.me. And like I said, I'll send an action item here to the people that are on this so that they can have a better understanding to see from receiving an email from yonks.eth@mail3.me. But anyway, over to you, Nick, to talk about a solution that you found.
Yeah, this is really interesting. I haven't even seen this mail3.me. I'm interested to learn more about that. The thing that I found was just on Amazon. We can set up a very simple account system on there, and it's $4 per user per month. So it's still a bit expensive, but it's much better than the Proton fee, which I think was $7 per user per month. And then there's an $11 fee if we want to upgrade. And so that $4 at Amazon includes 50 gigabytes of storage, whereas at Proton, it was $7 per user per month, and that was 15 gigabytes per user. So nearly half the cost there, and well over double the storage.
Yeah, and that's been my concern, because like with a lot of these tools, and this is something that we definitely need to evaluate, is that it's very easy to get cost sprawl. Now, $4 doesn't sound that much, but like one of the opportunities that we're wanting to create here with solar EV is that we're wanting to create ambassadors through gig workers that will potentially fulfill a customer acquisition strategy. And just even like partners or contributors, like we're really wanting to build a very inclusive where people can bring their skills and potentially contribute. So one of the things that I love about Mail3.me is that they do have capabilities with unstoppable domains. The part of the challenge with .eth there with ENS domains is that it also can be a little cost prohibitive on the minting of the subdomains. And then there's also a reoccurring annual cost to maintain. Whereas with unstoppable domains, that really gets mitigated. So let's take that conversation offline, Nick, because I'm thinking that it might be better for us to just like do a matrix in like Notion, for example, like a table to kind of mash up the benefits of some existing solutions. Because like besides AWS, Google is, and I still love using Google products. We tried to de-Google couple ourselves a little bit with Proton and just the calendar functionality and some other stuff we still really enjoy using. Now the calendar's gotten better with Proton, but it's not something that we made the switch for, but we'll take that offline. Bouncing on to the next item is working on the GitHub organizations. So this was something that we talked about. Let me share the screen again here. So the GitHub organizations, and this is something that we talked a little bit about within our project priorities as far as best practices. Right now, with where we're at, we feel that it's best to take a step back so that we can really lay a very solid organizational foundation. And this is one of the things too, that with us building a decentralized autonomous organization, we're really wanting to create the culture, the environment here. And let me actually bring open our task management. This is something that we'll continue to talk about. One of the things that I've got as an action item that I'll take some time between now and next working group on Sunday is to work on some organizational, like an entity chart. So one of the things that we have created is a nonprofit foundation called Triple Win Foundation. And this is one of the things earlier this year, Amy, myself, and Tyler put forward a letter of intent to pursue our 501c3 status. And then Web3 Freedom Club is really like the for-profit Web3 DAO incubator model. Solar EV is a project. This is functionally the first project that we are creating out of Web3 Freedom Club DAO. And one of the things to kind of take a step back, this is not something that I've spoken about recently here. I'm going to circle back because I think that I actually need to update this. Why join our HeroX teams? So receive NFTs and proof of contribution tokens. So this is something that we need to update a little bit because this incorporates quad co-op. And this is one of the things during the course of our HeroX teams that we pivoted from quad co-op into solar EV. And we're going to do a similar stack of token rewards. And this is one of the things that want to really get where everybody's on the same page. And that's one of the things that Tyler has worked on doing a true up as far as who participated in our working groups up until this point so that we can work on doing an airdrop. And one of the things that we'll probably do in between now and our working group on Sunday is that we'll schedule a live stream where we'll actually go through and one of the things that will happen is we'll circulate the spreadsheet, the Google sheet that Tyler created. so that we can make sure that we are getting everybody the attribution for their participation that we did. So that's one of the things that we haven't spoken about in a brief minute. That's one of the components within our project page as far as why joining our HeroX team. So one of the other things besides getting our airdrop trued up, and I didn't even, yeah, that was this right here. So the GitHub organization. So we've got two organizations that are relevant right now for this particular project: Web3 Freedom Club, which is the parent organization that I just talked about, as well as Solar EV Co-op. Send me a DM here on Zoom or in the main there, Nick, as far as what email address, and I'll get you added here right now to our GitHub organization.
Okay, cool.
And the thing that we talked about implementing, and I'm actually going to bring this up to this is our organization for Retoken the Real Estate DAO. And let me link this to everybody on Zoom here real quick. And to be clear, I'm not a GitHub, I'm not a dev, but we did do some cool stuff with our GitHub repo there. And this is something that cleaned up a little bit more earlier this year when we submitted a project for ETH Denver. And we're planning on rebooting Retoken, the real estate DAO, into P-Token, which will be the property token DAO.
Hey, Jason, you have 5 minutes.
Thanks, Tyler. So on that note, one of the things that Peter brought up as far as some next steps for working on moving this project forward. One of the things that, and this is one of the things that I'm going to continue to do things myself. And one of the things that I did did another video, and let me actually let me bring open that, because I actually just uploaded that. So this was a playlist that I created that I'm still adding YouTube videos to. So yesterday afternoon, I went and in the Front Range Community College at the Westminster campus, and this is one of the sites that I would personally use to recharge our Tesla. I went and did this video because, like, when we're thinking about building an organization, one of the things that we need to do is to create some roles and responsibilities, like a site scout. And that's one of the things that I'm going to create on a task on DWork, is to create a Notion database, because one of the things that we're going to be doing is stacking multiple tax incentives. And that's actually a great segue to the Big Green conversation. Is Big Green is a blockchain-based capability. I think that they did their on-chain on Polkadot, and they doing stuff surrounding tax credits and carbon finance credits. So I sent everybody the Google Meet. That's one of the other benefits of plugging into our project, is that we're going to be connecting with project leaders that are aligned. And this will be the best way to see if BitGreen is a viable solution for streamlining the purchase and selling of tax credits. And that's going to be a key component. So anyway, anything, like, one of the things that I want to get better at within our office hours is creating some agenda for our upcoming working group on Sunday. And I'm going to give everybody a brief opportunity to put some things here as far as upcoming working group, what we want to talk about, and then I'll get these copied and pasted over for Sunday. So do you want to facilitate that real quick here, Tyler, to wind out the last minute or two?
The airdrop?
No, the agenda for Sunday.
Oh, I can't do it right now. I'm on my phone. I can't read the screen.
Okay, cool. So Nick, what's one of the things that you would like this to make sure that we include in our agenda on Sunday?
Yeah, I mean, if me and you haven't already solved it, we could discuss the email stuff, try to have that sorted, some of the GitHub things, start to look at, what are some of the blockchain solutions that we're going to actually need. And I think we had, last time I feel like we had a couple of different things that we were talking about. There were some questions still in the security token offering too, that maybe we could talk about how we're tackling that. I think you guys had some places that you had already tapped in and got some information that we were going to look at.
Yeah, and that's one of the things. I don't want to take anybody else's time, but okay, so real quick, over to you, Amy.
Sorry, I was at work. Anyway, I have preliminary talks with a sustainability attorney that could probably help us with the PPA and the MOUs that we are planning on doing. So,
Okay.
I don't know if I'll have any discussion by the time we meet on Sunday.
Okay, and what's one thing that you would like to see us cover for our working group, Peter?
Sorry, I was checking some of this stuff right now. Basically, again, I think having an organization, everything is very nice, and having an email system is very nice. However, it would be incumbent to see if we can get customer traction with this sort of concept as soon as possible, right? That's always been my philosophy in any startup I've been in, and that is, okay, we all have a great idea, but the question is there traction? Is somebody interested enough to basically move us forward, give us money, give us parking lots, let us build in their parking lot, whatever. So again, I think it's not only just customer traction, but because again, this could be an organization, like City Boulder can come forth and say, hey, it's a great idea, let's put it in our parking lot. We go, fantastic, no worries. So again,
Hey, Jason,
that's what I'm concerned about. Go ahead.
Jason,
All right,
2:30.
cool.
Okay, let's go.
I've got that. So let's go ahead and hop on the Google Meet, and I'll see you on the flip side on the Google Meet, everybody.
Cool.